Welcome to Epic Tales and Critical Fails, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Remastered podcast. Prepare for adventure, terror, and the occasional use of bad language. We're a rules-light podcast. We don't agonize over the rules because, quite frankly, there's a lot of them, and we will get them wrong occasionally, so be kind. We're also using hero points slightly differently. No one gets them at the beginning of a session. Instead, the players accrue them during the game, and they can have a maximum of 3 at any one time. But if the worst happens, they have to spend them all to stay alive.
I'm Laura, and I play Katarra, a sneaky, stealthy sailor, or pirate, depending on your point of view.
I'm Lucy, and I play Bethilde, landlady of the Wandering Barnacle and grandmotherly gnome.
I'm Mike, and I play Bertie Bunce, halfling cleric of Pharasma.
I'm Maddy, and I play Minesh Adon, a tempestuous root leshy of death.
I'm Kyle, I play the vastly knowledgeable and cunningly clever Xander Dante.
And I'm Michael, I'm your GM, and I play everybody else. We left it off with the brave Bethilde having followed a trail of blood. Brave, addendum, stupid, maybe.
Air quotes, brave.
Foolish, brave, they could all mean the same thing. Anyway, Bethilde has raced up, following this bloody trail, through this house of the Charlatan Drent Thatcheval, and you appear to have found a gnome, hideously amended and butchered, with clockwork and gears shoved into its flesh, stretched so it's now the height of a human rather than a true gnome, and it lunges out of the hall of the wardrobe in the bedroom. You are by yourself, as Bertie is halfway up the stairs, and the others are only now thinking about leaving the kitchen, as it's a booming voice just yells out in surprise. Everyone roll for initiative.
I rolled a 2.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
So if you just want to start making a new character, we'll be up in a moment.
So that's a roll. I rolled a 2 for a 6 then? Does that knock me at the top? About near the top?
You never know.
Do I have to roll for Beauregard?
No, Beauregard goes on your initiative. Bertie.
22.
22. Xander.
21.
21. Katarra.
25.
25 for Katarra. Minesh.
19.
22.
22.
We're coming to save you.
Or are we?
I don't think we have time.
Yeah. It's going to take us like 3 rounds to get up there.
Okay.
It's 3.
It'll be 3 actions to get there. Yeah. So, top of the round is Katarra. I'm assuming you're using 3 actions to run up the stairs.
Unfortunately, yes.
You run up the stairs at full pelt, and you eventually reach the door to this master bedroom following the blood trail. You do find Bethilde standing there, looking horrified as this amalgamation of flesh and clockwork is looming over her. Looks like a gnome's body that's been cut in half and reassembled.
It's okay, Bethilde. The professionals are here.
Somewhere
You sound remarkably calm.
Somewhere downstairs you hear, "Oh, I'm a professional, yeah." Minesh, it's your go. Are you using 3 actions to run to the door?
Yes, please.
You run 3 actions, you get there, you see the same horrible thing. Another of these apparent echotometers that Xander was talking about. Bertie, you will get into the room if you want to use 3 actions.
Can I use 1 action and get within line of sight of this thing?
2 actions get you 5 feet away from the door, so you wouldn't have line of sight. So 3 actions are needed to get into the room.
Can I do 2 actions and get within line of sight of Bethilde?
No, they're in the same line. Effectively, you're just far enough away.
That sounded like you were going to say something else. Not fine.
I don't really want to run into this room because that's just putting myself in trouble. I'll just kind of go to the door to the room.
Okay, you go to the door to the room. And at which point, it's Xander's go.
3 actions just to get to the...
You get to the door. Amazing. At this point, it's the creature's go. The creature looks down at Bethilde and is just screaming, and screaming. And first of all, it's going to use its mechanical gauntlet. Does a 26 hit you?
is a critical success is more than 10?
Yes.
That is a critical success.
Amazing.
I was joking
However,
earlier, but,
I do have a reaction that I might be able to use.
What's that?
So, Bethilde sort of looks as pathetic and old as she possibly could be and sort of goes, no! Trying to appeal to this poor gnome, and it is empathetic plea.
Okay, and what do you roll for empathetic plea?
So I roll a diplomacy check against the thing's will DC.
Okay. Roll your diplomacy.
Good rolls. Think I'm going to use a hero point?
Go for it.
You have a hero point?
I do. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And what's the effect?
So if
Go
it's
on
a
a six-
success,
It's a minus
takes
2
a minus-
penalty to damage on the triggering strike and all strikes against you until the beginning of your next turn. Are you an expert? No, you're not an expert in diplomacy, so it's a minus 2. Cool. It's a minus 2 to the damage, which is a grand total 32 points of bludgeoning damage, which your double your maximum hit points is 34. So you're kind of skirting the boundaries of massive damage, but you go to dying 2 instead. Oh, by the way, you would have also taken 2 points of electricity damage, just for the fun of it. But you're unconscious. You fall off Beauregard. At which point, the creature takes its second attack.
so how much damage does it take again? 30
points damage. So you're at 0. If you'd have gone below your hit point, below 0 to the maximum, to double your maximum hit points, you would have immediately died.
And I'm at dying 2?
Dying 2
Right,
for
correct.
a critical hit. The creature then attacks Beauregard. That's a natural 1. Beauregard is a lucky snail.
He is. It's like Beauregard sort of like turns his lucky cloverleaf birthmark towards it for the last minute, almost deflecting with his amazing look. And somewhere in the room, all of you guys vaguely smell the smell of beer.
And then it is going to stride into the middle of the room, getting ready. It sees this new bunch of people coming and it just starts screaming as it moves into the dead center of the room. That is the creature's go. It's Tuppence's go. Tuppence used 3 actions to get to the door. Bethilde, you have moved in the initiative order because you went unconscious.
Can I argue that? So Beauregard is independent, so I don't think he would attack.
He gets 1 action. He can't attack.
But I was going to say,
can't
but
attack.
can he kind of move
He
to
can.
effectively block me? So there's like,
Oh, the
I mean,
creature's moved
probably,
away from you.
Okay.
Yeah. If he, the risk that Beauregard's got is you don't know if this thing will hit Beauregard if he runs away.
Okay, so he just quivers and
Okay.
hides. He tries to like, can he go inside his shell? So he's like at least hiding a bit. Is his
He pulls
equivalent of
slightly
hide?
inside, he withdraws slightly inside the shell and is like, "Ooh, this isn't good." Katarra, it's your turn. The creature is now in the middle of the room.
Yes, but I'm on 6 hit points, so I don't want to go near it.
Yeah, you just saw it absolutely smosh Bethilde.
Yeah, this is it. It's like,
What are you thinking?
I mean,
You're the damage.
I know I'm the damage, but I have 6 hit points. So, given the amount of damage it did to Bethilde,
We'll get you back up, though.
Will you though?
Yeah.
Show the same bravery that Bethilde showed by running in alone.
That was stupidity.
There's a very fine line between the two. It all depends on how well you do.
I will be honest with you, Katarra. There is very little you can do from a range.
No, I'm very much aware of that.
So I do
What you got?
nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, those divine lances do
You have a
something.
dagger.
yeah. Can I try and tumble behind so I get behind it?
You can, but remember that provokes, and you
Oh.
don't know whether it has an attack of opportunity or a reactive strike.
Oh, fine. I will go up to it and twin feint it.
You're going to go up to it, twin feint it. You're not going to feint.
No.
You're going to twin feint.
I'm going to twin feint.
Okay.
9 plus 8 is
17. Miss.
Yeah, the second one will miss as well.
Okay, so that's 3 actions.
Yeah.
And you're now right up against the creature.
Yay.
Minesh, it's your go.
Electric arc onto the creature, please.
Okay.
at the
That's 21.
So that will be, I think, success, but not a crit success, so it takes half damage.
2 points of electricity damage. As you do that, you believe that's more effective. As you watch the arc of it going up the creature, you see something spark within it, and a little puff of steam comes out of it, or smoke, or some description. You think that was more effective. Electricity hurts this thing.
Okay. And then for my third action, if I can I cast guidance on Katarra?
Okay, you guide Katarra. Bertie, it's your go.
Can I do a healer's blessing on Bethilde
Yes.
and then do a 2-action heal on her?
Yes, you can.
Wow, priorities.
She's dead.
A little old gnome. It's got to look after me.
That's
I'm the tank.
Tuppence is
You'll
the
be fine.
That's 11 points of healing.
Okay, Bethilde is back on her feet.
Wounded one.
Wounded one.
I can't do any more healing. Warning.
Wow. Thanks, Bertie. Wow.
How much did I get again?
11.
Okay, that's Bertie's go. Xander, what you got?
Okay, so I've just ran into the room.
Yep.
And again, seen that there's even more horrific creation, even compared to the last one I saw earlier. It's like, it takes me aback a bit. Xander then pulls his staff close, and he starts kind of ripping magical energies out of the orb at the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drain bonded item and cast Horizon Thunder Sphere onto this creature.
Amazing. Is that an attack roll?
That is, I believe it's an attack roll for me.
Awesome. Go for it.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Awesome.
For 27.
27, so that's a critical hit.
Okay, this thing is critical success. The target takes double damage and is dazzled for 1 round.
Okay.
So
So so you do 3d6 electricity damage and then double it.
3d6, yeah. Okay. That is 4, 9, 10, 20 points of electric damage.
20 points of damage, and you do think, again, that is more effective than just that base 20 points of damage. So the creature takes the impact, and there's just this spark of electricity as your spell is released, and there's just this crackle that runs through the creature. It stutters. That's your 3 actions.
I've only used 2 for that spell.
You ran into the room, though.
Oh, no, I was already in the room.
You're in the room.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
So for my third action, going to be clever and cast shield.
Good choice.
Yes.
Bethilde, it's your go. You're awake on the floor, breathing heavily. You could see the creature has moved away from you.
Remember, it's an action to get up, so you could do something from the floor.
So
Dead.
So I've sort of cast my eyes over and I see all of the sort of electric damage that you're doing. And I sort of go, show him, you show him, and cast guidance on you, on Xander. So, because obviously you do the most damage, so I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, well, maybe I can show him. Have you heard this one? She starts singing a really awful sound, and you kind of all wince a bit as you're haunting him.
Haunting him is fortitude save, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that amplified because the bullhorn?
No.
No, we've already asked that
doesn't
question.
work
before.
like that.
I think that would have taken us all out.
What's your spell DC?
17.
How does a 30 work for you?
Looks okay.
Critical success.
It's critical success. It does no damage.
Yeah.
The creature looks at you and is like... At which point, I need all of you to roll a will save. As this
I might be
creature
joining you, Bethilde.
screams. Just
Are you not
effectual.
quite sure whether that's Bethilde or the thing?
Minesh rolled a 21.
21, that's a success.
15.
Fail, you're frightened 1.
Oh.
21.
It's a success, nothing hurts you.
10.
Fail, that's frightened 1.
Yep.
16 is a fail, frightened 1.
Do I need to do one for
Beauregard, yes.
Is that all it does?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it what was it? Will
Will.
16?
16, he's frightened 1. So that's
Aw.
its aura effect. Let's find out what other fun things it does. Its mechanical gauntlet crackles with electricity as it swings towards you, Katarra. Crap. That's a 15.
Miss.
A natural 2. A natural 2.
Woo.
What kind of misery
See,
is that?
This is a
the
plus
Bethilde
13
song
to
book.
attack.
Yep.
Bathilde's song just like put it off. It's stroke.
It tries again. Natural 1.
Yes!
Yay!
14. Right, that's it. That dice is it.
Quack Cthulhu.
It's letting me down, damn it. Quack Cthulhu has
None of
failed.
listeners know this, but Marcus just chugs his dice a bit. It's fallen off. I managed to catch it before it hit the ground. I've impressed myself,
Yes.
and no one else saw it.
Sure you did.
I
You didn't see it at the fall,
I
did
saw
you?
it.
Right.
This is audio only. No one sees anything.
Oh.
It's going to bite you with its jaw.
It takes a -10.
It takes a minus something. 13. It's not going to hit. Its round is over. It's miserable. It's screaming at the top of its lungs. It's now Tuppence's turn.
The dazzled effect, what does that actually do to it?
It was rolling a flat check, which it missed in all of them, so it's irrelevant. But yeah, it needs to roll a flat check. Tuppence. Although technically it would have been 2, then a natural 1 for the second flat check. Then I would have just succeeded on the third flat check. So I rolled again, natural 20.
Cheating.
That's not. It's reminded me of the dazzle effect.
Hey, look.
Kyle tells me I'm a rules lawyer.
Hey, swings and roundabouts.
Hey, got to be honest.
Yeah.
From one extreme to the other, you're going to take a grand total of 22 points of piercing damage plus 1 persistent bleed.
Well, I will be unconscious and be taking persistent bleed damage.
Amazing.
We'll heal you. We have Bertie.
Bad now.
Right, Tuppence runs in. He's like, "Oh no, the governor's in trouble." He runs straight up to the creature and he swings his hatchet. First one is going to hit, and he goes again. That's going to hit as well. He's going to do. What is that? It's going to be 15 points of slashing damage as it just hacks into this creature. It doesn't seem to resist the damage, so it just goes straight through. And it's looking like it's starting to show some wear already. Tuppence, that's his actions. Katarra, you've moved in the initiative order.
Yay.
So, Minesh, it's your go.
2 action heal on Katarra.
Amazing.
And that will be... I'm looking for a D8. Hold on. So that will be 12 points of healing.
Thank you very much.
Cool. Are you inside the room?
I'm at the threshold.
Would you say, are you within 10 feet of the creature is a good question.
No.
No,
Well,
you're not
unless... No.
No. Cool. You got 1 action left.
I do. Can I aid someone's attack?
You could try. You'd have to be creative because you're away from the creature, so...
I'm just gonna...
Could you be a diversion? Could you just like
Yeah.
wave your arms in the air and be like, "Woo, cooey"?
Yeah, like a massive diversion and just
Okay.
scream at it.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a screaming tree.
Not a
who are you
tree.
trying to aid?
Who kind of after me is going to do an attack roll where they can take the...
Possibly either Xander or Katarra.
Well, I've got a +1 guidance.
You've got
Yeah.
guidance.
Does it stack?
And you've got guidance.
When were you was guided before your turn, weren't you?
Yeah.
So you haven't had your turn yet.
So does guidance and aid stack?
No.
Oh.
I will check if you want to. I will check.
You could aid Tuppence.
Yeah, I'll aid Tuppence then.
Okay, you're going to aid Tuppence.
Yeah.
It's a circumstances bonus for aid. So no, they don't stack. Okay, so you're going to aid Tuppence.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to Bertie's go.
Can I shoot a divine lance at
Go
it?
for it.
Ooh.
That's an 11 to hit.
11. Amazing. And you're within 10 feet of the creature. It swings its arm as it triggers its reactive strike. It's that gauntlet at the end of its arm rattles out on a chain that's bound around its wrist bone and comes flying towards you. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You're going to take some bludgeoning damage. That's going to be 12 points of
dear.
bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that's me down.
And you're going to take 3 points of electricity damage as well.
Definitely down.
Xander, you need to kill this thing. It's just me and you in the doorway, right?
Yeah, I'm relying on hope right now. I'm going to level with you.
Okay, we'll just, yeah.
All right, that is Bertie's go. Xander, it's your go.
When we fought the last ectometer, I remember, obviously, we know that it does electric damage. That is better against it.
Yep.
What about acid damage? Because I feel like I remember that also damaging it quite a bit.
You remember it took acid damage. It didn't seem to be resistant to it in any way.
Okay, well, in which case, is there anything in the room which is like small on the floor and can do slashing damage?
Katarra.
There's plenty of loose things in the room that you could pick up. The comb, brush, something. You could throw something.
Okay, then in which case,
Curtain rings.
Yeah, something small, sharp, and piercing to do a telekinetic projectile.
You snap one of the curtain rings off of the brass pole and fly it across the room, and its jagged edges scrape across the creature and miss.
Yes, can miss. Yeah, it's only a 10.
Okay, that bounces off the creature, and the creature just continues to scream.
From there, can I move around a bit, maybe a little bit by Tuppence there?
Okay,
so,
you're going to move up behind Tuppence.
Yeah.
And sort of try and flank around to create some space. Yeah. Okay, that's your 3 goes. Bethilde, what you got? This thing is looking like it's taken some damage.
Okay. I will sort of pat about my body, pull out a couple of knitting needles and be like, maybe you could do with a new scarf. And then I sort of throw them at him.
Okay.
And it's needle darts.
I like that.
Obviously freaked out by our last attack. It's a whole 10.
Miss. The needles just bounce off its shoulder and embed themselves in the ceiling.
Well, bother. I'm not doing very well, am I? Maybe you'll do a better job, Tuppence. I'll cast guidance on Tuppence. Is he after me?
Yeah, he's after you. He's like, oh,
Great.
thank you very much. That's your 3 actions. Katarra, it's your go. You're prone.
Yes, I am prone, but here's my question.
Yes.
Can
Mm.
I grab hold of my weapons and then
Pin.
What?
Weapon.
You can grab hold of your rapier or your star knife. You can't grab hold of both. In fact, you threw a dagger recently, so your star knife is holstered or
Right.
sheathed.
Anyway, what was I going to say? So yeah, pick up the rapier.
Yes, you can.
But can I then feint while still on the floor?
Yes.
Okay, so I will do that.
Okay. Roll your feint. It is a deception check against my perception DC.
That is 22.
It's off guard to you until the end of your next turn.
So 1 action that, 1 action feint, so 1 action attack.
Okay, go for it. Your attack is at -2 because you're on the floor, so it basically flattens out.
Natural 16 plus 8.
24.
Wait, you've got a +1 for your rapier, so that must be +9, surely.
No, because I'm frightened 1.
Oh, you're frightened 1. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's a hit. Is that with the -5 for your rapier?
Why would it be -5?
Because, no, wait, you haven't attacked this turn. Sorry.
No.
Brain fade. Carry on. It's because it's your last action. I'm used to you attacking twice.
Yeah, so it hits, yeah?
Yes.
And I get sneaky attack?
Yes, you get sneak attack.
2 points of regular damage.
Okay. Did you add your strength to that?
Yeah,
Okay.
and 2 points of sneak attack.
4 points damage. You get a feeling it was far more effective than you were expecting it to be.
Whoop, whoop. I also have persistent bleed damage.
Oh, yes, you take 1 point of bleed damage. Now roll a flat check. You need 15 or higher.
No!
You are still bleeding.
But I'm no longer frightened.
You're no longer frightened. Yeah, at the end of all of your turns you've been so far, all of your frightened conditions decrease by 1. Now it is the creature's go. The creature turns and looks menacingly at Xander and swings with its 10-foot reach. That's going to be a 17.
Just it.
Does guidance
moved.
apply to?
Even then, I'll
no,
still
because it's an 80, isn't it?
Guidance applies to attack rolls or skill checks. It doesn't
Yeah, it's
apply
not
to
gonna apply.
saves. Or ACs. That's going to be 6 points. No, wait, sorry. 10 points of bludgeoning damage
Down.
and 3 points of electricity.
Thing hits me. I get thrown back into the wall, just land limp on the floor.
Okay. Xander goes down. It then swings at the next thing it sees, which is Beauregard.
And you didn't tell anyone you have 2 healing potions on you.
No, sir.
Good job, we've got some criminals who might like.
Look, I'm going to stop fighting and scrounge his body. The Beauregard, it rolls against. Oh, the snail is lucky. That's going to be a 10.
Misses.
It's that four-leaf clover on the
I know.
shelf.
This
It's gonna fire
snail
again.
man.
It's going to throw it again. This time it throws it out again. That's a 19 to hit
With the map?
with the map.
So, yes, but at the moment that it looks like it's a damage, is it going to hit? Is it
Yes.
going to take damage? You sort of smell what smells like a bit of a dodgy old pub, and there's like a small popping noise, and and all of a sudden Beauregard looks like a ghost. Beauregard.
Okay.
So I've phased
Phased
familiar.
And what's the resistance it gets?
So it's against triggering damage, your familiar gains resistance 5 to all damage and immune to precision damage.
Right. So it would take some amazing amounts of damage. It would be 9 points of bludgeoning damage, but that's reduced by the resistance was 2, wasn't it? 5.
5.
Resistance 5. Wow. It takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage and no points of electricity damage. Because I
So
simply
four
can't-
points, and that's
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to count the resistance as applying to both different types of damage.
It's
So Beauregard takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and I can't roll a 5 on a d4, so my 4 is just wasted. Snail's very lucky.
and is and see through. So
The
yeah,
see-through snail.
anybody can see, like they can just see this
This
like
creature is still screaming, and it's not getting any better. It's now Tuppett's go. Tuppence is like, ooh, I feel guided.
And Minesh aided.
Mine doesn't stack.
That's
no, but
good. Well, roll your aid, because if you crit on your aid, he gets 2 to his roll.
No, don't worry.
Okay. He's going to hit. He's going to go again. That's going to miss, and then he's going to raise his shield. So he's going to do 5 points of slashing damage. And Tuppence is like, right, okay, I'm in position. Somebody help me out here. That's Tuppence's go. Minesh, it's your go.
Electric arc, please.
Okay. That's going to be an 18.
Just beats it. And that is 6, so it takes 3 electric damage.
Again, you feel like this impact, this damage, was far more effective than you thought it was going to be. So it was, what was it, 3 points of electric damage?
Yeah, because I
Yep.
got 6, so halved. Cause it
Okay. This creature is beginning to start to fall apart. Pieces of it are just dropping off and bouncing along the floor, and there's kind of a clang here and a ping there as screws and bits and springs come out of it.
Ting tang walla walla bing bang.
Yep. And if you're lucky, the witch doctor is after Xander has rolled his. No, Xander's moved in the initiative order because he's unconscious. So,
Can I chuck my dagger at it for my final action?
are you holding your dagger?
She did pick it up outside.
I did pick it up.
Yes. So you would be
outside.
holding it. So yes, you can throw it.
No, I didn't. No.
You throw the dagger, and it just skims off a shoulder and just disappears over the other side of the room. And in the true theme of ooh-ee, ooh-ah, it's now the witch's go. It's a pity she's not a doctor.
But she's
Bethilde.
a witch.
so.
Don't suppose you packed any healing spells and that and those frilly knickers.
No.
Maybe
Okay.
a
so.
soothe.
No.
Who's still up? Everybody.
Me.
You.
No, Bertie
Everybody
and
except
Xander.
Bertie and Xander.
Okay. Katarra, were you doing any substantial stabby damage?
Yeah, I did stabby damage. She hasn't got any healing
No one
spells.
can heal you.
No one can heal me.
I've used all my healing spells.
And so has Bertie.
It's 2 actions to administer first aid to stabilize somebody.
Okay.
What's that? You're now out of excuses.
I am going to sing that haunting him again.
Okay.
Tang walla walla bing bang.
Yeah, and the ooh hee hoo ha ha.
26.
Ding, tang. Yeah.
I got a feeling that's a success, so it's half damage.
It is, but then I'm going to use that. So it was like really bad and didn't succeed at doing the damage, but I'm going to try and use it to intimidate, to demoralize it.
So the well, it still takes half damage.
Does it?
Yes. Because
Okay.
it only succeeded. What's your DC?
17.
17. So it's only 9 over. So it's still a success.
Okay.
So you still takes half damage, and then you can try and intimidate it.
Okay, so that's going to be a D8. 4.
4 points of damage.
4 points of singing damage.
Roll your singing intimidation check.
Oh, yeah. That will be a 16.
It doesn't appear moved by your intimidation,
Well, never mind.
and it is now immune for 10 minutes.
Okay, but
It's now Beauregard's one action as the independent
Yeah.
familiar.
so despite the shimmering, ghostly kind of body of Beauregard, it's
At which
sort
point
of
he phases back in at the beginning of his turn.
okay. So he comes
It
back.
lasts literally for the
and
triggering damage.
the popping back freaks out the bad guy, and as a familiar of balanced luck, that means I'm going to use the luck the other way around and make him unlucky, which means that if it gives you a -1 status penalty to AC until the start of my next turn.
Amazing. Okay. Right. That brings us to Katarra's go. Are you going to stand up?
I was going to stand up.
Amazing.
Am I in a
Reactive strike. You know it has a reactive strike.
Yeah.
Well, if yours a turn, Laura's face is devastated.
Yeah.
Laura forgot, but Katarra would know.
So I will let you change your mind if you wish to.
Yes.
Right. Because you saw it
Oh,
swing at
merciful Lord.
Bertie. She was laying on the floor between Bertie and the creature, so she saw it swing at Bertie as
Look.
he
Are those
did a spell.
tears? Yes.
I do all the cooking, so
Sure,
If you don't
right.
hear from me, I've been poisoned.
So, you would know that it will attack if you give it an opening.
okay. So she will attempt to feint again from the floor.
It's still off guard against your attacks until the end of your turn. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
succeeded on your
Stab
feint.
it with the pointy end.
Yes, I knew that.
You are no longer frightened, so you now have a +10 to your attack because you were guided.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And don't forget it's got an AC penalty now.
Yep.
You go get 'em, girl.
You've got 3 out of attack.
Oh,
What did you roll?
A natural 2.
Natural 2. That's going to
Do you
miss.
have any hero points?
No.
You're not hit again?
I will try. No.
Okay.
Oh.
Would your third action, would you like to faint?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted
Just-
to- I
just-
wanted
just
to
for
do that
embarrassment.
originally. Probably not going to work.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a natural 6 plus 5, so
11.
11.
11. No, but you did use an agile or finesse weapon, which means you can roll 5 feet away.
Yes.
You roll 5 feet away. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I was already on the floor. So.
Bertie, roll me a recovery check. You need an 11 on the dice. 18. You're stabilized, and Pharasma's light is no longer calling to you.
He probably would want to go towards Rasmus, like, to be fair.
You
If
just
it's
hear
your
this
time,
very,
it's your time.
you hear this very sort of regal voice that goes, "Not yet, Bertie. Time is not yours." Xander, recovery check. You need an 11 or higher.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Way.
You reduced your dying condition by 2. You only had a dying 1, so you're now stabilized.
Yes.
I forgot I still have persistent bleed damage.
Roll a recovery check. You take an additional point of bleed damage.
15?
15. You're no longer bleeding. The wound has clotted.
Does the nat 20 not give you a plus, 1 hit point?
No. It reduces your dying condition by 2.
It's only in the other game that we don't
Oh.
mention.
Okay.
It's in a different set of rules.
Sorry.
No, a critical success reduces
Stay
your dying condition by 2.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a nat 20 on a recovery
no,
check.
yeah.
First
I don't
time
think
for
we have.
everything.
Here is the first time
Yeah,
for everything. So Xander's go. It's now the creature's go. The creature turns and strides towards this snail, infuriated by it. At which point, that's going to be a 23 to hit the snail.
Yeah.
That's a critical. It's got an AC of 12.
Bye, Beauregard.
No.
All I can say
Puff.
is I'm going to roll the electricity damage because I want to tell you the numbers here. This damage is with 2d6 and 1d4 electricity damage. So I'm going to rub this in. That is going to be 36 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of electricity damage.
It's
You
all
crit.
right.
Well,
Ultimate
it's only got
Elf from
5
existence.
points
It's all right. You can't-
normally.
I'm kind of imagining a bit like, you know, like
Beauregard's
in,
like,
I'm imagining like in Pokemon whenever like
They go.
whenever they do the thing where it's
Yeah.
like a little sphere of electricity and it's just like or kind of like Terminator kind of vibe. There's just a little sphere of electricity that goes and then then it just like dissipates and he's just gone.
No.
I imagine it
There's
being
just like a
more of
char
like
mark on the
there's
floor.
this spray of beer. Wait, he's got. No, he doesn't. The misfortunes is to his AC. There's just a spray of beer and this scent in the room. As this little bulb of electricity just disappears out the window.
No, Beauregard!
It's then going to attack Bethilde.
No, me!
The
That's
snail sacrificed himself for you.
going to be a 14.
It's just
hits.
yeah. I'm a little squishy
You
old
need some
gnome.
armor.
I am wearing armor.
No, witches don't wear
I'm wearing
armor.
a barrel.
He's just
No,
angry at
she's
your
wearing a
character
barrel,
build.
but it literally has no effect because otherwise you'll start taking penalties because a witch can't wear armor.
She can have like robes.
She's
but we
wearing,
haven't
she's
found
basically wearing a
any.
few bits of wood over the top of her like clothes.
I'm kind of like Princess Leia, but an old gnome, but wearing a barrel.
You're
Princess-
nothing like Princess Leia. You're
So-
closer to R2D2.
Like little scraps of clothing.
to Frodo.
C-3PO.
No, it's definitely R2D2.
Yeah, 'cause that's
she's more
small
barrel
round.
shaped. Small round in a barrel. That is going to be 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you go unconscious and 4 points of electricity damage just for the fun of it. But it wasn't a critical hit. It then turns around and is going to lob the final attack at Minesh. In fact, no, it had to move to get to
Am
Beauregard.
I dying one?
Dying 2 because you've already been
Dying 2.
unconscious. So that is the end of the creature's go. It's now Tuppence's go. Tuppence runs back over to it and slashes. First attack is going to miss. Second attack is going to miss. And then that's his 3 actions. Minesh, it's your go.
Electric arc, please.
Reflex.
Come on, Minesh, your last hope you could do it.
That
Well,
is
not
going to
our
be
last
a
hope, but, you know.
24, so it's a success. It's
Yeah,
not a
but
crit.
not a crit.
Yep.
Okay. So that was 4, so 2.
Again, you feel like the electricity just sparks through the creature, and 2 points of damage. It's looking pretty rough at this point.
As rough as we are.
I know. I've got nothing else that I can throw at it. Wait. I've only got 1 action left. Can I cast guidance on him? Does that help him?
No, he's stable.
Who is
said
dying?
Bethilde
Can I cast guidance on?
doesn't work
Bethilde?
on those checks. It's a
Damn
flat
it.
check.
I've got nothing else that will help in this
You could guide
situation.
Katarra. You could guide. Well, have you guided Katarra or Tuppence?
Yes, I've.
No, my
Guided-
guidance was from Bethilde.
So you could guide Katarra as your final action. That's
Yeah,
sort of
okay, then I'll do
legitimate.
that.
Okay, Tuppence would be immune if you've already used it for
Yeah.
an hour. Right. That's Minesh's go. Bethilde, you've moved in the initiative order. It's now Katarra's go.
Whoop, whoop. I'm still on the floor.
Yes.
Is the creature next to me, or is
No, you're
it
10 feet away from it now.
Fine.
You could.
Roll towards it.
You could roll 5. Well, you. No, it's moved. Because it moved over to where Bethilde is. So no,
Yeah.
it's moved across the room, so you're out of range. So you could get up.
So I'll have to get up and go
Yep.
towards it.
Yes.
And then I'll just try to hit it.
Yes.
No pressure.
Choose wisely.
Which dice are you choosing?
You chose
Choose poorly.
Would you like to have a second go?
I don't have a second go.
Oh, no, you moved.
I stood up
up,
and
moved,
moved and
attacked.
attacked.
Yep. And you moved into a flanking position with Tuppence because Tuppence had run over to
Yes.
hit this thing. So that's your go. Bertie is stable. Xander is stable. Bethilde, roll me a recovery check. You need 12 or higher.
the 19.
You are now dying 1 instead of dying 2.
Woohoo!
And that brings us to the creature's go. The creature is going to go at Tuppence. That's going to be a critical hit with a 30. Tuppence is going to... Well, there's no point, is there? Tuppence is going to take a massive amount of damage. Going to take 34 points of bludgeoning damage. And the 6 points of electricity. So he that's not enough to kill him.
He's already had 4 points of damage
Yes.
previously.
He is unconscious.
Yeah.
And at dying 2.
Why is it dying too?
Critical hit. The creature is then going to swing around and try and hit Katarra. Natural 1.
You also need to move. You would need to move to do that. Oh, no, he's
No, Katara's right behind him.
Yeah.
And then it's going to, as a final action, it hasn't grabbed anybody yet, which is really disappointing because it can't do this amazing move called Electric Dreams.
bomb or something.
It's going to try again. No, that's abysmal. That's a 3. That's a 13. Sorry. That's its go. Tuppence has moved in the initiative order. Minesh,
Electric arc again.
22. So it's a success, not a critic.
But the electricity does more
Does
damage.
more damage. Oh, I rolled 8, so 4 damage.
4 damage. Creature explodes.
Yes!
Explodes.
Sorry to our listeners' ears on that.
Wait, does it hit people around it?
No, the top half of it just
Okay.
disintegrates in a spray of metal.
Explodes, we all die.
In a spray of metal and rubbish and flesh, it splatters the wall as this gnome is reduced to a pair of legs that teeter and collapse. And as they do collapse, kind of those of you who are awake, you still have Tuppence unconscious and Bethilde is unconscious. So we're still in initiative. Minesh, you've done 2 actions. You've got 1 left.
Okay, so I will run over to the closest one of them, which is probably going to be Tuppence, at
Yep.
Bethilde and Tuppence.
I'm over here. I'm not sure next
Xander is stable.
You're
to you.
stable.
Oh, right, okay.
Yep.
And then next round I'll do first.
Okay. Katarra.
I don't really have any healing or anything.
Do you have any healing potions?
No, because Xander has them and didn't tell anyone.
Cool.
Can you administer first aid?
Well, it is.
You are trained in medicine. Yes, you're a rogue. You're trained in everything.
Oh, okay, cool then.
Well, not everything, but you're trained in so much. You can administer first aid.
Okay. So would that bring Bertie back from unconsciousness?
No, it will stabilize the creature you use it on. This is
Oh,
basically to stop somebody dying.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if Minesh has gone up to Tuppence, I'll go up to Bethilde.
Okay, so you move over to Bethilde. Roll your medicine check. You need 15.
Nat 20.
You have reduced. You've reduced
To
the
24.
yes. You've reduced her dying condition to 0. She's now stable.
Yay!
So that yes. Where was that dice roll? Bertie is stable. Xander is stable. Bethilde is now stable. Tuppence is going to roll a recovery check and rolls a 19, so stabilizes.
Awesome.
And as everybody is now stable and out of danger, you take a moment to just flop against walls and just suddenly slide down to the floor and just breathe and just get at the intensity of everything that happened was just so much. And about 10 minutes later, Bertie, Tuppence, Bethilde, and Xander wake up with 1 hit point.
In that 10 minutes, Katarra's just like stood down a wall and is drinking out of her hip flask.
You could roll medicine on yourself to see if you can't bind your wounds. Let's say it's alcoholic treatment.
Xander wakes up with like a scream, and he's immediately he starts out panicking, rolls over onto his front, and it looks like he's trying to retch something from his mouth before realizing where he is, again, sloping back onto the wall he's next to. I'll pull out a healing potion and neck one of them.
Okay. You neck a healing
we all
potion.
see this?
You see him pull out a healing potion and neck it.
I'm also going to drink the second one.
Wait, what?
One.
Why aren't you using your dice tower?
There's 4 points of healing for Xander.
And you use both potions.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Who did I do treat wounds on last time? Because I can't do it again.
No, that you could do treat wounds on as many times as you want. It just takes an hour.
Okay.
It's battle medicine. You can't.
You only use battle medicine once a day.
Then I will treat wounds.
Tuppence is-
I don't think we have an hour to hang around here after the amount of noise we make.
No, it takes 10 minutes to treat wounds, but once you've done it, you can't use it again for an hour
Yeah.
on the same person.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Just maybe do like one person.
I think-
guys, what the hell was that?
There's another echetometer.
Wow.
Would you rather just get out of here?
I look out the window and
You don't see anything at the minute because this room is at the back of the house.
or hear anything.
So you're
or,
looking into the garden.
Boo,
You don't hear anything yet.
Beauregard.
out
Beauregard.
You hear Bethilde crying for Beauregard.
Is there a way out from the back of the garden?
No, it seems to back onto the house behind it.
I mean, we could.
I mean, shouldn't we toss this room?
Well, we could
Xander's
look-
going to kind of weakly stand up, and that door which the echetometer came out of is now open. Is it?
Yes.
What do I see in there?
It's a walk-in wardrobe with a dressing table.
Yeah, can I have a look in there, see if I can find anything of interest?
Roll a perception check. There are 2 bedside bureaus if anybody wants to look.
Yep.
8.
I'm going to
You
lie
don't
on
see
the
anything
bed.
in the dressing table.
Natural one.
Natural 1, you don't see anything in either of the bureaus.
21.
21. You search the bedside bureaus and you find a pouch containing 10 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Your perception check was high enough that you realized that the north bureau has a false bottom in it, which is easy to slide out and has no fundamental locking mechanism. But you slide out the drawer, tip it upside down, and open the bottom of it. And you find another pouch containing 30 gold pieces and somebody's diary.
Can I flick through it?
You flick
This
through
diary
it.
belongs to Tiffany.
The last. It seems to be.
Xander is so handsome.
Dear diary, I met this human wizard who's so handsome. No, it seems to be Drent's journal, and it mentions 12th of Sarenth, 4725, records a visit by a mysterious benefactor, and it's the last time this benefactor visited. If you flip through the entries quickly, you find that a few months ago, a mysterious benefactor visited one night with an offer that Drent couldn't refuse.
He made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Yes, it
A
was
sexy offer he couldn't refuse?
no, it was an insurance fraud scam.
Oh.
You cash the insurance checks, I steal the automata.
Sexy in a different way.
On the 12th of Sarenth, which was just over a month, just about 6 weeks ago now, the benefactor came for the last time. Then what happened is Drent decided to follow the individual after they left. Now, they left him with instructions to order a giant clockwork brewer and organise a stall in the Grand Bazaar. He then followed them. When he followed them, the trail led them into the precipice quarter. But Drent turned back when he lost sight of this mysterious individual entering a haunted fairground called the Grizzly Fair. He
Bethilde,
describes, I should add, he describes the mysterious benefactor as an elven gentleman.
So Bethilde knows when she's beat, so she sort of lies on the comfy, lush, bloodied bed, and just starts necking that whiskey, and go, has Beauregard's just wandered off. I bet he's back at the barn.
Roll a fortitude save.
Can I go look out the front of the property?
You go look out the front of the property, and you can't see anybody at the minute. The nosy neighbour is standing on the street looking towards the house and just completely confused as to why there's this bush that's now shaped like a cube.
I will obviously try to stay out of her line of
Roll a
sight.
stealth check.
What time of day is it now?
It's late afternoon, early evening.
Oh, I thought we went back at night.
No.
No, it was like an hour.
Yeah, we just pedal about.
Daylight
for an hour, didn't we?
robbery.
Yeah.
Daylight robbery is the best kind of robbery.
24.
24. She has no idea you're there.
I just want to stay there, keeping lookout.
Looking in the room, while you're there, roll a perception check, because you've wandered into one of the other rooms to see out the front of the house. You're surrounded by crates. You've had to climb on them.
25.
Smells like brine in here.
Rolling good now that the combat's over.
Yeah. So you've got into a room which contains a bunch of old crates. A dozen small wooden crates are stacked atop an old tarpaulin. The old wood is swollen with moisture and has clusters of barnacles stuck to it, as if left submerged in the sea for a long time. The air smells strongly of salt water. The window has been left open, though it's losing the battle against the stench. You find a potion of water breathing amongst these crates. However, I need you to roll a fortitude save, because it reeks in here.
Come on.
I rolled a 19 on my fortitude save. This is not her first
Yeah, this is not her
bottle of
first
whiskey.
And it won't be her last.
17.
17, you're fine. You're like, the puddles.
Potion of water breathing.
Yep.
And nothing else of value in here.
No, but you could check the neighbouring room and have a look through that window if you wanted.
No, I'll stay here and keep lookout. I don't really. I'd rather stay alive than find more loot at this stage.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
Well,
Are you just leaving, or are you going to...
Yeah, the room we were in initially before we checked out the walk-in wardrobe.
Mhm.
Look around there for anything of interest.
You look around, you think your companions have pretty much found everything. The 2 bedside bureaus have been searched, the drawers are upturned. There's no other furniture in the room. There's a bookcase. There's the paintings. Could roll a society check on the paintings.
Okay.
Can Minesh cast Detect Magic on like the wardrobe? Any clothes? Any jewellery in the clothes? Or
30 feet is detect magic, isn't it?
yeah, but can I not walk around?
Yes. But
No, you have to stay put.
but I'm going to tell you that there's a ping of magic in the southwest of your position, beyond the room. Seems to be closer to the stairwell.
The stairwell.
You work back to the stairwell, pinging detect magic, and the unopened door on the south side of the room. Bertie has opened one with a load of crates, and you're like, oh, it stinks of salt water in there. And you wander past there, and there's an unopened door just adjacent to the stairwell, and the magic is coming from behind there.
Okay, I carefully open the door.
Carefully open the door. 2 unmade beds, a desk, 4 chairs, and an empty bookcase are crammed into this room. The furniture is noticeably not of the same quality as anywhere else in the house. In fact, it's worse. The afternoon sun slants through the window, illuminating spiraling motes of dust. You think, in the desk, there is a ping of magic in the top drawer.
In the
You
drawer.
open this shoddily made desk drawer, and you find inside of it a hand crossbow and a bottle of lightning.
Ooh,
Okay.
sounds tasty.
You just pick it up, and it looks like a storm cloud in a bottle.
There's lesser.
Lesser bottle lightning, yeah. If you take a moment to study it for 10 minutes, you'll find out there's lesser bottle lightning.
And then it was a crossbow.
Hand crossbow, yeah. Which is in pretty good condition. It's been looked after.
Okay.
So are there any other rooms on this floor that we haven't explored?
There's one room north of the stairwell.
I'll have a peeky.
You open the door.
Stealthily and quietly.
You open the door stealthily and
sneaky.
quietly, and are confronted with the bathroom. It has a privy, a basin, and a freestanding ceramic tub. There's a small cupboard if you wish to check it.
Yeah, I'll see if there's anything.
It contains 6 towels, 3 bars of soap, and 4 washcloths.
No
Well, to be
toothpaste.
fair, you always need soap in adventures.
So you take the soap,
And the washcloths.
you take the
and
washcloths
towels.
and the towels, and you shove them in your bag.
Are they like Egyptian cotton?
No, they're Assyrian fabric.
Is that a good fabric?
Well, Assyrians kind of like Egypt in this country, so
Okay.
in this world, so yes. 24 in society. You know these paintings are some further masterpieces like the ones that were downstairs in the hallway. There is Colours of Lake in Carthen by Rosamund Hornshanks. Lake in Carthen being quite close to where home is for you. You've also got Lake in Carthen is where Tarbofon's Island is in the centre of it.
Okay.
Now called like the Isle of Dread. There's also Verduran Falls by Harris Glassington, Visions of Absalom by Brent Caladern, and Across the Kortos Mounts by Uva Thurngulfy.
Okay. Can I tell which one of these is the most expensive?
You get the feeling that they're all just as valuable as the ones downstairs. However, again, they're masterpieces, so they would be very difficult to sell.
I pick up the one of the lake.
Yep.
I walk up to Bethilde and say, "Hey, can you put this one into your snail? We can take it home."
But Beauregard's already gone home.
Where'd he go?
I'm not quite sure.
Not exactly
Maybe
one
when-
use.
Maybe he went out the window.
You mean the snail left us to die?
Clarification question.
Yes.
The painting of the water nymphs was on Beauregard, so did that get exploded as well?
It's laying on the floor.
Oh, okay.
It's got a
And
big...
look, he's bloody sodded off without
One
taking
side of
my
it.
painting.
One side of this painting has a hole in it now where it's hit the floor.
Oh.
In which case, it's going to kind of... We're going to take the string that's obviously in the back of the painting.
Yep.
Open it up a little bit. Put it over your neck. Like a medallion. And put it over you.
What
We'll
do
take the-
you think I am? Not a wall.
I
It's back in a stupid painting.
If you're
It
going
is-
to steal a painting, you cut the canvas out of the frame.
We see she knows what she's doing. She's obviously had an art theft before.
As you say that, Tuppence is like, all right, Governor, I'll deal with this. And he goes around and starts cutting the paintings.
No!
He cuts them all out, rolls them up, and sticks them in his backpack. Right, I've got 3 masterpieces here. Shall we leave?
Just don't get caught.
I won't get caught, and if I do, there'll be no witnesses. Look, the homeowner's dead. I'm not sure he's going to complain.
He's not dead.
Xander kind of like sorts his hair out, gets prepared. So, okay, so from this house, we've discovered 2 abominations, a diary, invoices, all implicating Trickle Lightfoot. There's probably nothing else we can gain from this investigation. We need to leave.
Yeah, no, Katarra would have taken all the invoices, letters, newspaper clippings, and everything. that
Okay,
we
you shoved all
found.
those in your backpack.
Yeah, yeah.
And-
If you want, I could communicate with his spirit.
I don't think you're in the right state. to be
I could
doing
feel
that.
Ether's been better when I've
I think
had a
we are
drink.
best to.
I think you can feel ethanol.
No.
Shall we go?
I
Yes,
think
Okay,
we
so-
should go.
Where's Bertie?
Is somebody going to carry me?
Did we see him?
Tuppence just fireman lifts you over his shoulder and just walks towards the door. And you've seen Bertie where he is in that room. You've seen the door open.
Okay.
The coast is clear. I think we will be safe leaving.
Back to the Wandering Barnacle we go.
We're going
No,
back to
back
the
to Barnaby.
Barnaby's
Yeah.
Botanical Emporium.
You like Barnaby?
You should probably stay outside.
Hey, Minesh starts walking down the stairs.
Sorry, out of character question. Is the coast actually genuinely clear? Because Bertie still
Yes,
Yes,
knows
but-
she's
yeah.
gone
Yeah,
back
Bertie-
inside.
Oh, sorry, I
She's
didn't
gone
hear
back
that.
inside at this point because
Sorry.
she's got bored. There was a loud noise, but she can't see anybody, and she hasn't plucked up the courage to walk around the house.
I do suggest that we try to stealth.
Okay.
Let's just sneak out of the windows that we smashed earlier and jolt away the
I
other
think
opposite direction.
Bertie said there was no exit out of the garden.
Not out the back of the garden, but you could just walk around to the front.
Yeah, but we still should be stealthy, surely.
Yes, but if you slide out the side of the house, you're not visible coming out the front door.
Oh, right.
That's
okay.
true.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's
we'll
exactly
do
my
that.
point.
Yeah, no,
You
sorry.
so you climb out the window. Tuppence rolls Bethilde out the window and then jumps out after her, picks her back up, and you will scarp her out the garden.
Just drop her outside.
Just rolls her out the window. Rolls her out the window and like jumps down after her and picks her back up, throws her over his shoulder, and you will scamper out of the garden away as behind you hear the door opening just as you get around the corner and a woman's head, a halfling's head, comes out with her rollers in. She says, "Oh, is there anybody there? No,
I think Tuppence would.
Mr. Thatcheval."
I think Tuppence would put his hand over Bethilde's mouth, so she
Yeah.
just answer back.
No, she's fallen asleep, like the rocking motion of being carried. She's just
can
like snoring and drooling down his back.
You can see now there's a couple of guards like, you've arrived. Oh, good. I heard a strange noise. And they open the gate and they start walking into the house. They start knocking on the door, at which point the door creaks open. They're like, stay here, madam. We'll deal with this. and in they go. At which point you just run and you bolt back towards Barnaby's Botanic
As
Emporium.
conspicuously as possible.
As inconspicuously
I
as
was
possible.
going to say, as conspicuous as possible with fireworks and everything.
It's late.
You make your way back to Barnaby's Botanical Emporium to see the halfling investigator, at which point you will hit level 2.
Whee!
And that's where we end this episode.
You can find us on your favourite social media platforms. You'll find links in the description below.
Thanks as always to Syrinscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at syrinscape.com. You've just got to be using them at your gaming table, because epic tales need epic music.
Thanks for listening. We've been Epic Tales and Critical Fails.